on today is the triangle of trust.
Good day. Well, you hear Richard Petrie talk about the triangle of trust, and I'm going to tell you something about how to look good on video, because if you send those videos to customers, you want to look good, and you may be inexperienced, so here are some tips to help you out to look good on camera. First thing is you have to address the audience, so look at the camera. If there's somebody behind the camera, don't look at that person, because you see your eyes flick from lens to the person behind that camera. So address the people on the lens. There is your audience, look right into the lens. And when you're finished with a statement, just keep on looking in that lens, because you are talking to them. Bear that in mind. Another thing is lighting. It's important that people can see your eyes. What I did, I just took a little lamp, you know. Well, I brought this from the Netherlands. You have them here too. It's just a little lamp, and well, see the difference at my, you know, my face is dark at this side. Well, this camera adjusts it a bit because it makes it brighter. But if I put this lamp in my face and I put it a bit backwards so it's not too close to me, you see my face is much more visible. You can see my eyes better because people look at your eyes. That's the first thing they do when you talk to them and you look on video. Okay, what's more? What's on my list? Oh yeah, you know what's on my list? On my list is that you shouldn't use paper, or if you use it intentionally, don't look at it and talk to the paper. Look at the lens. And you might just pick it up and say, oh well, did I cover everything? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I'm going to tell you about, and now I'm reading, you know, I'm just bringing this paper into the video, so it's part of the topic. I'm going to talk about preparation, so how to do your preparation and what exercises you should do. I'm going to talk about performance on camera. I just told you a little fraction of that. And the other thing is I'm going to tell about some technical stuff. Let's start first with the preparation. It's good to have your text that you're going to say written out. Rehearse that a couple of times so you're confident with it and you can make adjustments, because looking at that camera, that does something with your mind. It doesn't completely leave your mind open for all the improvisation text you would normally have if you talk to somebody who reflects back on you what you say. So it's good to have it scripted, have your text scripted, and that way you can make alterations before you are acting on camera. So prepare a text, and then another thing, prepare yourself by practicing in front of a mirror, because when you do that, you learn how to look at the other's eyes, the lens of the camera, because you look at yourself in the mirror and you look in your eyes. So that's a good way to practice it. Then you immediately see if you're tightened up, or if you don't use your hands while you normally do, because it has to be relaxed, because video doesn't lie. It does not lie. If you make mistakes or you tell things that are not correct, or you are very uncomfortable while you tell it, you'll see it on video. I talked about hands. Use your hands, because normally if you use your hands, they emphasize what you say. You see, if I use my hands with this, there's an extra dimension. Make sure the shadow is not in front on your face. You see what I do? I just hold it between the light and my face, and my face gets covered. So make sure you have the lights in your eyes if there is a light at the back. If you are standing, if you're standing, don't put your hands in your pockets because that's very, well, it looks a bit arrogant. If you want to have that arrogant look, you can do it if it's especially meant to be like that. But normally, leave them out. Just let them hang beside your body. And if you're getting a bit more experienced, you probably will use them. What I've experienced with people in front of camera, that they stiffen up at first because they have to think so much about their text and how they look and how they tell a story, that they stiffen up with their hands. And then what they first do, what they do, put them in the pockets. And I said, no hands in the pockets, I don't like that. Then they take them out, and the first thing they do is like that, because they need something to hold on. Well, you don't need something to hold on, you need to emphasize your story. Just use them. They're beautiful tools to emphasize what you say. Okay, that's about preparation and a bit on how to act on camera. I talked about stance and eyes and hands. Another thing, video doesn't lie, but bear in mind and practice that too, exaggerate a bit. You know, the pronunciation has to be stronger, the gestures have to be a bit stronger, because somebody who's looking at you doesn't know you. So the pronunciation and the diction has to be right. Don't talk fast. A lot of people, when they start their video, this is about the start and the end, when they start a video, they introduce themselves. That's what you should do too, but do it slower than you would normally do to a person on the telephone or shaking hands with a person. So, hello, my name is Dick van Hoover, I'm from Captured Essence, and I'm going to tell you something about how to look good on video. That's too fast. You heard it. So this would be better. Hello, my name is Dick van den Hoover. I'm from Captured Essence. I'm an audiovisual producer, and I'm going to learn you some tricks on how to look good on camera if you want to do your own recording. Better? I think so. Okay. Yeah, that's what I told you. I'm looking at that paper. I shouldn't do that. I can cut it out during the editing because I don't think it's nice to look away from the camera like this. So do it by heart. Do your text by heart. And that's also the reason why you should practice, because that's the way you learn it by heart. So no paper. And if you use the paper, it makes a sound, even if you talk like this, and that disturbs. So make sure the paper is out of your hands. If you need some tool in your hand, or you're uncomfortable with nothing in your hand, use a pencil or something that emphasizes your topic, or the product you're talking about. That could be in your hands. Okay, that's some tips about performance, and then some tips about technical stuff. You can use any camera. You can use your webcam on a computer. Important is that you put some light on your face. Not too hard. Put it away a bit to the back so it's not that hard. I'll bring that light. This is what happens if you see it's getting, the contrast is getting too big. Well, if you like it, you can do it. But I like it a bit more when it's like eagerly lit, like this. It's your own choice, of course, but make sure your eyes are visible very well. If you wear glasses, you can see the reflection of the light in my eyes. Make sure that reflection is not exactly in front of your eyes, like this, because now I can't see that eye. I'm looking there in that viewfinder because I'm alone here. That's the reason why I sometimes look away from the camera. What I shouldn't do, but I have to explain you some stuff, so that's the reason why I show you some examples. The start is important of your video. I just explained that you shouldn't talk too fast. Pronounce your name well. Would be good to subtitle use a subtitle for your name and your company or what you're talking about, because some people hear what you say but they don't remember it, and other people, like 80% of the people, are visually orientated and they will look at a title and print it in their minds, so they'll remember it better. So use some on-screen text to emphasize your different products. Oh, you see that on the screen now, so you know how you could use that. Doesn't need to be animated. You can use it like a still text superimposed on the video. Camera. So yeah, you can use any camera. Make sure the lighting is good, and when you use any kind of camera, make sure there's not too much background noise. Probably you hear that that computer behind me zooming. That screen, that's a special screen that has some sound coming out of it too, because there's a ventilator in it. That all those sounds disturb the quality of what you're saying. So make sure the air conditioning is out. There's nobody vacuum cleaning. The telephone is off the hook. Your portable phone is somewhere else. Or if you want to emphasize something, you can use it as a gimmick. Somebody's calling you up, or of course, then it's okay. About clothing, video works with pixels. So this screen is made up of well, this is 1920 by 1080 pixels. If you put that on a screen and the screen is not that exact resolution, you get an effect that's called moire. So if you put two stocking layers, you know, the stockings you wear, if you put them over another, you'll see that strange effect, and that's what happens if you use the video on another resolution screen. And what's also important, if you record on the pixels, and the texture of your clothing has very tiny squares or very tiny stripes, you will get that same effect, and that'll look very strange, because your clothing starts to show that effect, and that's well, it's distracting from what you have to tell. So make sure if there are patterns in it, it's not very fine stripes or very fine blocked pattern. Okay, I think that's it for now. Something else? We talked about clothing. Oh, background. Yeah, well, I choose this background because this is a nice quiet room. And the family is in the other part of the house, so I'm not bothered by their singing or whatever they do. You can do it on the beach, you can do it outside. Beware of airplanes coming over. You might just have that good take, and then the airplane is disturbing your sound. And it's good to choose a background that emphasizes your message. So if I'm talking about swimming pools, of course, it would be nice to be near a pool or a tub or whatever. Okay, that's it for now. I hope this helps you, and if you have any trouble or have some questions about how you can do stuff, what kind of cameras you want to use, or what kind of video editing programs you can use, just give me a bell or send me an email, and I'll come back to you with an answer. Just came into my mind that I should say something about YouTube. Yeah, we have a saying in the audiovisual branch that garbage in is garbage out. So if you start with very bad quality, you won't get it better. So the best thing is to use good quality recording, and that'll give you a much better end result.